Hey y'all, welcome back or welcome to the Honestly Truly podcast hosted by me, Tylar Cimone, and today I'm in a good mood. I'm in a good mood. One, for a couple reasons. One, I've got on purple. This is my favorite color. Well, purple and orange. But I have not, that's a big ass bird. Sorry y'all, got distracted. A huge bird just flew past my house. Okay, safety first. Ooh, that's a big bird. Okay, focus. Okay. I've got on purple. This is my favorite color. And for it to be my favorite color, this is probably my only purple outfit that I have in my closet. Maybe like I have two things. I have a shirt that's like a lavender, but the only true purple thing I have in my closet is probably this dress. And I really like it. And I was like, what am I going to wear today? I don't know what I'm going to record the podcast. Right here. So I'm excited about that. And then also, it's just a good day. I'm in a good mood. Things are just going well. And I just hope that y'all are having a great day or a great morning, night, evening, whatever. On whatever day you're watching this, I hope that you are having a good day. And if not, I hope that this video brightens your mood and makes your day just a little twinge bit better. Okay? Okay. But let's get into it. Okay? You're dying to know. What am I drinking? I've got something good for you today. Let me let the people hear. I've got a little coffee today. All right, now it's in the cute little cup. I mean, this glass is cute. Don't get me wrong. Okay, it's a cute little glass with a little gold trim. I love it. My coffee cup that I was using, I bought a new coffee cup and like cute little glass thing had like a little flower with rhinestones. It was so cute. It broke the first time I used it. So, I'm upset about that, but I'm gonna be talking with Amazon to get that. I don't even know if I want to I'm probably gonna get a whole new cup because it's just like, you broke the first time I used you. I think I should just get something. Maybe I should go plastic versus glass. I didn't even do anything. I put this, first of all, let's back it up. Slow down. I'm excited. I'm in a good mood. So, drinking coffee. This is oat milk. And I don't know if y'all have seen this, but I found it on Lemonade. Follow me on there, okay? Follow me. But they have this, someone posted it and it was a iced roast. I'm not a coffee drinker. If y'all been watching for a while, you know I drink tea. That's my thing. But every once in a while, I like the taste of coffee, like with my cute little super sweet drinks. And so I found this, I saw it on Lemonade. It's like a instant coffee. But usually when I make my instant coffee for my little fun drinks, I have to heat it up and then you put the coffee and then you stir it and then you pour it. You know, if you're a coffee drinker, you know. But this one, you don't have to heat it up. It's ice roast. You just put it in your milk or in your water and it's already ready to go. And so I went immediately to the store and bought it. It was only like $7 from Kroger. I got it. So I got that and I got some oat milk, and then I also saw this on Lemonade. I think it was the same video, I can't remember, but it was a Chobani creamer, but not like the regular flavors. It was cookie dough flavored. And if you know me, you know how I feel about cookie dough and cookies in general, but cookie dough specifically, I eat it raw. I don't care what you say. I don't care what the sign says. I eat it and I eat it raw, and that's just what it is. So, but they made a creamer that is cookie dough flavored, and so I tried. What's the other brand? Coffee Mate makes like a chocolate chip cookie brand, chocolate chip cookie flavor, excuse me. I tried that one and it was pretty good, but I want to try this one because they were saying it really tastes like a cookie for real. So I got it and it does taste like a cookie. I very much enjoy it. I like it better than the Coffee Mate one. It's so good. And so I just kind of put my milk, a little bit of that creamer, a teaspoon of my little instant coffee, a little cinnamon to spice it up, a little stir. It's tasty, yeah. So yeah, I need to get a new cup so I can feel cute with my little cute coffee cup. But for now, my cute little glass will do. But yeah, that's what I'm drinking today. Song of the week. I've been bouncing around this week. I am currently listening to Logic's new album, Ultra 85. So far, I'm liking it. I always like Logic's albums because it's basically like you're listening to a movie kind of, because he has all these skits in there and the skits are so good and like the people are acting, telling a story. It usually has something to do with like outer space, or like I think the last one of his albums had to do with like, I think the person was in heaven or something. I can't remember. It's been a while since I've listened to him, but this one I think the story is, like I said, I'm not done with it yet, but I think like they're out of space somewhere, like Earth is like messed up or something, but like that kind of thing interests me. So I was listening to that yesterday. I need to finish it up today, but I'm really liking that so far. And then I'm also I've had 2 songs on replay. So one, this song is called Miracle Worker by Forrest Frank and Tori Kelly. I saw a clip of it on like YouTube Shorts or something, and Tori was singing her face off, of course, and I was like, what is this song? So I went and found it, and she sounds just as good on the song as she did in that video that I was that I was watching her sing live in. So it's called Miracle Worker. It's a very good song. Okay, good gospel for you. If you're watching this on a Sunday, like it is the day I'm making it, this is Sunday. This is a perfect song to get your mind right and set your heart on things above. Amen. Okay. But yeah, I've been listening to that song a lot. I just think it's beautiful, and Tori Kelly's voice is just beautiful. And then this is a weird one. It's not a weird one because it's an amazing song, but it's a weird one because of the memories that came back. Okay. So another song that just popped into my head randomly, and this happens to me very often. So I'll like be minding my business, doing whatever I'm doing, and a random song that I haven't heard in 77 years popped into my head, and I have to sing it over and over and over again until I remember what the name of the song is. And so that's what happened. And so this song is Practice What You Preach by Barry White. You're like, what? I don't know what I was doing when I was younger to be like, I have no reason to like, I don't know why this song was so good to me when I was younger. I think I liked Barry White's voice, and like it had just a good vibe about the song. It was just a good song. And so when I was younger, I liked this song, and I haven't heard it in forever. And then it popped into my head randomly, and I had to sing it till I got to the chorus, and I remembered. I was like, oh. And so I've been listening to that, and it's just like a good song. Like his voice is so just, it's just a good voice. And so I've been listening to that this week as well. So if you have not heard of either of these songs, go and listen to them. All very good. Definitely Barry White. It's a classic songs. But yeah, that's what I've been listening to this week. Before we get into our topic, because I don't think I have any adulting hacks or anything like that to talk about today. Before we get into our topic, I have to stop the presses because I have to tell you about this book. Okay, so let me start slow. Let's start slow because I'm very excited. I know I'm probably talking a little bit fast, but I'm excited, y'all. So I think the last time I talked about books, I told y'all I was reading this book, When I Think of You. I just finished it last night. Very good book. I gave it 5 stars. It's a second chance romance. It's got movie stuff mixed in. I'm a movie person, so they did it for me. I really, like I told y'all last time, I really saw myself in the main character, Kalia. And the more I read and the more her character developed, I was like, oh, I definitely see myself in her in a good way. A lot of good things. Some things not so good, but it's really cool when you're reading something and you can really connect with the person that you are reading about. So I really like this one. And so usually when I finish a book, especially if it's a physical book, like I finished this last night at like maybe 8 o'clock, 8 or 9. If I finish a book, usually I'm not going to start a new book until like the next day, maybe the day after. Like kind of like sit with it and kind of let it resonate with you, and then you'd be like, yeah, that was a book. And then you move on to the next one, right? I don't know if anybody else does that. You know, kind of like that feeling of when, I don't know if y'all seen those videos on Twitter where it's like how you feel when you walk out of a movie feeling like you're a whole new person. You're just like, yeah, like that. That's kind of how I feel when I finish a book. So usually I take a second to kind of take it all in before I start something new. But as y'all also know, I have a pile of books on my nightstand. So I was like, let's just go ahead and get started and just see how it feels. So I took a break. I finished that book. I took a break. I ordered a pizza last night. It came in. It was delicious. I ate that. And while I was eating that, I watched the morning show on Apple TV. Guys, if you have Apple TV, I got it when I got my iPad. They gave me like the free 3 months, and I actually took advantage of it this time. There are so many good shows on Apple TV. I don't know why they don't promote them like that. So many good shows. Like I haven't really been watching much of anything else besides all the shows that are on there. But I'm watching the morning show. That's the one with dang, what are people's names? Jennifer Aniston and dang, who are people's names? I'm gonna say Michael Scott. I know that's not his name. That's Michael Scott from The Office, but his real name I'm forgetting right now. I'm blanking. And then Miss Legally Blonde is in there. I'm forgetting her. Reese Witherspoon. That's her name. Okay, what's Michael Scott's name? That is really not okay. I know his name. You know who I'm talking about. Let's move on. But I know y'all are yelling at me like you're yelling out the name. I'm sorry. I can't think of it right now. But I watched that show. It's very, very good. I'm really enjoying it. And then I also watched, if y'all are fans of the Braxtons, okay, they revamped their series. And so they came out with season 1 of the Braxtons. Now it's not the Braxton Family Values. So I watched that last night too. So I watched 2 episodes of TV. And then I was like, well, I think I can, like maybe I'll just read a chapter and just kind of see what this book is hitting for. Like just get me ready so I can know I'm going to start reading this one. I was wrong. I was sucked in. I read for hours. I woke up this morning. I opened my eyes. I said, thank you, Lord. And then I started reading again for hours. Okay, that's rare for me. This book. Abby Jimenez, the woman that you are. This book is so good. Okay, if you're a book girly, then you've heard of this book. It's very popular. I bought it months ago, but I haven't read it just because I've had so many books that I was trying to read first. And so I finally got the chance to crack this one open last night, thinking I was gonna read a chapter just to dip my toes in. I read this book until my eyes started to close last night, and not because it was boring. It's very much interesting, but I was just so sleepy. I had to stop. And then this morning, like I said, I woke up and got to reading, and I read for probably 3 hours this morning. I'm already halfway through this book. If I did not have to do anything today, I would be reading it right now. So much so to where I was debating on recording this episode so that I could sit here and read this book. It's that good. It's that good. So if you're looking for a good romance novel to read, this is great. And it's so funny. It's so funny. Like, sometimes you're like, oh, like if they threw a little funny line in there, here and there, haha. I was in my bed cackling, kicking my feet, haha, like outward laughter. It's funny, and I'm still kind of, like I said, I'm still figuring it out. I'm only halfway through, but it's so good. I don't know what I want to say about it, because I went into it blindly. Like, when I posted that I was going to read this, I think I had posted it on Twitter. They have like a little reading group chat Twitter community thing, and so a long time ago when I first bought the book, I posted it, and like I think some of the girls were telling me like it's going to be really good, it's kind of sad, but they didn't tell me what it was about. And y'all know I don't really like knowing what a book is about before I read it. I really be judging it by the cover or going off of someone's recommendation, and that's what I did. So I didn't know what it was about. I don't really know if I want to tell you guys, and I don't want to loop you into my habit of not knowing what a book is about, but I just don't want to tell you guys. I want you to be surprised, because I had no clue, and I'm reading it, I'm like, oh, okay. All right, there's a lot going on. There's a lot of moving parts, but I will say that it is very funny. It has some trigger warnings in there, so make sure you check those out before you decide to read it. Just make sure that it's okay for you to read. But it is a really good book. Like, right now, if I were to rate it would get 5 stars, just because the way I've been laughing in that bed and smiling, and it's so cute. This is what I read for right here. This is the feeling. So I'm very excited about it. I wanted to just stop and tell you guys, because it's very, like I said, it's the last book that has sucked me in like this, to where that wasn't an audiobook. So audiobooks are really easy for me to get through, because when I'm driving to work or when I'm running errands, whatever, I'm cooking, I'm cleaning, I have a book on. Like, that's fine. So it's normal for me to get through audiobooks very quickly. But when it comes to physical books, because I have to sit down and I can't do anything else when I'm reading, it takes me longer to read. So last time I have read a book this fast, I want to say it was 7 Days in June, and that was like a year ago, maybe 2, and I read that book in 3 days. This one, depending on how fast the rest of my activities are for the rest of the day, I could finish this tonight. I just don't know. It's so good, and it's so funny. So I wanted that's my PSA to tell you, if you're looking for your next read, this is the book. When I finish this one, now I have to add all of her other books to my TBR, because obviously I love her writing style. It is hilarious. I just have been enjoying myself. Okay, I have not done anything else today besides read this book until it was time for me to get up. Okay. Okay, I think I've sold it. Shout out to you, Miss Jimenez. You did your big one already. I'm not even done with the book yet. You did your big one. Love you. Okay. Whew, such a good book. All right, so now that I've fangirled over that book for a lot of time, all right, I'm ready to move on to the topic. We're going to start this off with a little bit of entertainment, a little video, if you will. And so I'm going to put it up here, and y'all just watch it. Okay, the key is to keep... Oh. Not my fault, started playing music. Okay. The thing is to keep your mind open. Okay, don't shut down, because you're not going to like it, because I didn't like it when I watched the video. Don't shut down. Keep your mind open and just watch the video, and then we're going to come back. Just hold on.
Everything you do does not have to be the best thing you've ever done. Just sit on that for a minute. Your favorite musician has a flop song, has a flop album. There's artists who make beautiful art that never, ever will be seen in the best museums. Authors write books that are not bestsellers. Really good employees get laid off. And I'm sharing this and I'm reminding you of this because I think we put a lot of pressure on ourselves to make sure that everything we do is the best thing we've ever done. It's critically acclaimed and everybody loves it. But It's not possible. You tried, you put yourself out there, you cared about something, and we need to really be focusing on giving ourselves praise even if we don't receive it from other people. Even if we receive it from other people and it's not enough. And you can do things that you're not great at, okay? Everything you do doesn't have to be the best thing you've ever done. It's just important that you do them.
Yeah. Yeah. So she came for me. She gathered me right on up. Okay. She got me together. I feel like she was really speaking to me in a couple different ways, as a type A personality, as a black person, the whole gotta be twice as good, okay, as black excellence of all up on you, all of that. Just as a perfectionist, it definitely came for me and it spoke to me. And I'm sure that a few of y'all have been touched also by this video. And for me, it really made me think, because over the past couple episodes or couple months, whatever, that I have posted, there's been something in there that has hinted to, like, not even, I was blatantly saying my hobbies, right? I'm talking about different things I like to do hobby-wise. And so, okay, I like doing Legos. I like, obviously, creating content, the podcast, things like that, design. I like coloring now. That's a new thing. Like, I have a lot of different things. I like to read. I have a lot of different things that I like to do that are fun, that are my hobbies. Okay, and I'm happy to be growing in that, and those are so important, and this and that and the third. And it made me think about the things that I am picking up and adding to my plate that I'm trying to explore or get better at or whatever. Like, I think that my mindset always going into things is, it's got to be the best. It's got to be the best. I have to be the best. It has to be the best, and everybody else has to think it's the best. And that's not right, and it's not going to happen, for one, and also that's just not a good way to think. I think it's good to strive for excellence. I think that that's what I try to do in everything. But in some things, you're just not going to be excellent at. Not so that you cannot grow and learn and become very good at something, no doubt. But it made me think about, for myself, my most recent hobby that I have picked up is coloring, okay? Now, I've colored before. I'm a 26-year-old woman, okay? That's happened. But I love coloring. It's relaxing. It's calming. And so I just started out by buying a random coloring book and some cheap color pencils. And I just thought, like, I'm just going to try it and do it. I was like, this is kind of fun. And then I was like, it's time to step it up. I need the best crayons and markers and colored pencils. I should get some different coloring books that really can do some different things with it. I need to dedicate this much time. You know what? I'm about to start watching some videos on how to color. I said, hold on. Stop. Why are we, hold on. This is something that you're supposed to enjoy. It's a hobby. It doesn't have to be monetized. You don't have to do anything with it. You don't have to make it a whole thing that you have to, that's something else on your plate that you have to learn how to do. You already know how to do this, and it's just, you may not be the best at it. I'm going to insert some pictures of my coloring pages, okay? I'm not bad, but I'm not the best. That's okay. Here, just look at these. Okay, they're not bad, but there could probably be some improvement on blending. Sure. Maybe I can color a little bit more on the lines. Perhaps. Okay. You're not going to hurt my feelings when you tell me that. That's okay. And so I think that for a moment, my brain started to go to, I need to become the best artist in the world. I have to become the best colorer who's ever colored. Like, I need to, and be the top of my game. I need to join a competition for coloring pages. And I'm like, hold on, sweetheart. You're coloring Hello Kitty pages. You're coloring little sunshines and flowers and stuff. Take a deep breath, relax. And I think that, of course, I'm talking about coloring, and that makes it easier for me to understand. But this kind of permeates into everything that we do. And so I think that there are some things that we do need to really buckle down on and be serious about, and really strive for that excellence, and be get it as close to perfect as we can for some things. I think that is really necessary, and I try to do that in a lot of things that I do. But some things I think I'm starting to learn now, like, it's okay if it's just not that great. Not saying that I want it to be bad. I'm not saying I'm trying for it to be bad. But if something does not come to me that is just like the most beautiful thing that I've ever done ever, that doesn't mean that I'm a failure. It doesn't mean that everything is bad. That doesn't mean that I'm not good at anything. Like, and I think that sometimes for myself, that's where my brain can jump. And I wonder if it's the same thing for you guys too. So just like, she made a point. What did she say? She was like, she was talking about validation also. And she was saying like, oh, even if you're still doing a good enough job, even if no one says anything. And even if they do say something and it doesn't feel like it's enough, you're doing fine. I said, because I think that I am like a gold star girly. I feel like I forgot who said Melissa Fredericks, Mrs. Kev on Stage. I don't know if y'all ever heard of her, but she's great. She was talking on one of her podcasts, and she was saying like basically when her therapist was telling her that she's like, I'm gonna say it wrong, but like basically like she strives for the gold star. Like, you know, when you were in school and when you had a good day, you get the gold star on your folder or whatever. Like, she strives for that. And I think that sometimes I'm like that too. I'm like, okay, if I do good, everyone's gonna say I do good. I'm gonna get my thumbs up. They're gonna put the star on. I know I'm doing good. I'm doing great. I'm being excellent. And sometimes you're just not gonna get that. Sometimes you have to be the person who's giving yourself validation for the things that you're doing. And it's good to have support system and friends and other people who can say like, you're doing a great job. We need that too. We need somebody to tell us that they're proud of us and that we are on the right track. That's good to hear from people that love you. But sometimes you're just not going to get it. Sometimes whatever thing that you're working towards, other people may not understand. They may not hold as much value to it. They may not understand your thought process behind why you're doing it the way that you're doing it. So when it comes to validation specifically, we have to think about that a little bit more and be like, you know what? For certain things that I'm doing, no one's going to clap for me. And that doesn't mean that I'm doing bad. And that's another lesson that I have to learn as well, because I know sometimes I'm like, someone tell me I'm doing good. Someone say it. Say it right now. Tell me I'm doing great. And when I don't get it, it makes me second guess on maybe I'm doing it all wrong. Maybe I'm not trying hard enough. Maybe I'm going about it the wrong way. Maybe this was a bad idea in the first place, and now something that was intended for good, something that was maybe God called me to do it, maybe something that I really feel in my heart that just brings me joy, even if it's not for money, even if it's not for anybody else's consumption, something that I just like to do that brings me peace in my mind. But because no one else is telling me that this is a good thing, I feel like it's bad now. And so we have to kind of fight that as well. Let me hit you with the Debbie Ryan real quick. We have to kind of be mindful of that as well, because I didn't really, until I heard her talk about the whole gold star thing, I didn't recognize that was a behavior that I was doing, right? So it's just like, now I'm like, you know what? Yes, sometimes I'll send my friends, like we have a group chat with me and my friends, I'll send something like a coloring page and be like, look y'all, I color. And sometimes, because they're busy or whatever the case it may be, they don't respond to it. And then I'm like, are you upset? Are you feeling like you're a bad colorer now? Like, are you gonna throw all your stuff in the trash can and like a kid? No, it's okay. It's fine. You're doing it okay. And this is, like I said, this is a light example. There are more serious things we have to consider when we're thinking about it, but just wanted to keep that on y'all's mind as well. But in general, I really like this video because she gave some really good examples of all the things that we have to remind ourselves of when we're being so much harder on ourselves, because it seems like when we're going through these things and we're feeling like we're not being as excellent or we're not being as good as we want to be at something, it feels like it's only an us thing. It feels like we're the only person who's ever had the same feeling. But then she was like, yeah, your favorite artist, okay, he or she has a flop album. That's real. I know that's true. Think about your favorite artist right now. There's one album that you could do without, that you wish they didn't put out. That's just, or at least one song. You know that's the case. Your favorite author, you know that's the case. There's like one book you're like, I didn't have to read that. The other ones are awesome, and they're still one of my favorite authors. Like, that does not take away from the fact that that's still your favorite author, a favorite restaurant, a favorite whatever. That's still your favorite thing. But there's that one thing that just didn't sit right, or it wasn't that good. Like, and that's okay, and that does not take away from their greatness. It doesn't take away from their artistry. It doesn't take away from the way that you admire them and look up to them. That doesn't take away any of that just because something that they did was not perfect or great or over the top wonderful like the way that their other projects have been. And so I just kind of want you to think about that, because I just, like I said before, I recognize this is something that I tend to do, and you don't gotta do that. Everything doesn't have to be over the top. Everything doesn't have to be perfect. Everything doesn't have to have so much pressure on it. Like, that's just not fun. That's not fun. And some things that we do are just meant for pure fun, even if you're bad at it. Even if you're bad at it, just do it because you like it. Like, and that can be enough. Like, you don't need anything else more. The fact is, I may not be the best at this, but I genuinely enjoy it. No one else may agree with me about what I'm doing, and that way no one else may give you the validation that this thing that I'm doing is good, but that's okay because I like it. And sometimes we have to be alone in our liking of it, and that's just okay. That's fine. And I think that can feel a little bit uncomfortable, especially as a person who, like I said in the past, people pleasing and all that kind of stuff. You want everybody to do this. You want everybody to say yes to what you're doing so that you can feel like it's right. But that's just not going to be the case all the time. There's going to be some times where you're on your own, you're the only one who can go like this. And sometimes your thumbs up and the Lord's thumbs up, amen, come on, has to be enough for you. So yeah, I just that's a lot of different things that I pulled. I know she didn't say all that in her video, but those are the kind of things that were running through my mind after I watched it, and I just wanted to share it with you guys. And that's it. That's all. I don't know, y'all. I'm kind of liking these shorter episodes. I feel like I'm able to get to my point a little bit quicker, and like just give y'all what y'all need real quick, call it a day, and get out. Like I'm not trying to rush at anything. I love our time. It's beautiful. Love it. But I feel like I can just like kind of give y'all a nice little pop in, pop out sometimes, and I think it's great. So y'all let me know what y'all think. Do y'all like the shorter episode vibe? Do you want something that's more long? We can stretch it out. We can do longer episodes too. I'm here. We're working together. Also, I want to shout out a couple people. One, my Canadian listeners. Okay, y'all been popping out. I've been looking at my analytics, and y'all are out here. Okay, love y'all. Keep supporting, and share it with your American friends and anybody else that you have as well. Okay. Also, Lemonade. My Lemonade listeners, the ones who are over here from that, I appreciate you guys. I asked them was this last week? This week? It was a couple days ago. I think it was this week. Whatever. I was like, hey y'all, I'm trying to be consistent. I'm trying to grow on YouTube. Subscribe, help me out. In a matter of 4 days, I got 40 new subscribers. And I said, I love y'all for real. I appreciate the support. So if y'all are over here, put it in the comments. Drop your stuff so people can follow you. Okay, I always promote my Lemonade on here because I just love that app. So y'all go in the comments, look for some other people to follow. It's a really great app, really. Okay, but anyways, other than that, I gotta finish. I was meal prepping before we started this. I need to go pack everything up into its little containers. So I'm gonna go do that. Do the rest of my Sunday prep, and then I've got things to do before I get back to reading my book. Okay, so I hope that you guys have a great rest of your week. I'm trying to think about anything else. Like, comment, subscribe, do the things. Love you guys. Bye.